Hello everyone, welcome back to Hack. Today I'm going to be going over the code that I made. I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot to record it. Pretty much I went over to GrayScript on Google and just looked up. I think it was just router. And I found everything that had to do with the router scan. Like getting the public IP, the whois, print off, bsid and the esid. Looks like I forgot the esid. Equals router esid name. Print esid. Oh, wait, I don't need a space there. Esid. Oops. Plus esid. Okay. Now it's time to see if this works or not. So what this will do is it'll scan the router and pull up all the information that we need. This will tell us if there's any users active. This will tell us user accounts, how many are in there, how many are available on the router. There's a port 25 that'll be an SMT dump. It'll then print the devices on the LAN IP. And then it'll print the devices on the IP along with the ports that are available with them. And this is the second part. If it has no ports, it'll say it has no ports open. It does have ports. It will tell you what ports it contains. This will print off the router lib info. And port info. It'll print off the information for the libs that are on the router. Kernel version, firewall rules. Then we get into the shell hack. I modified this from the exploit store. Watch the video on it. I will leave that down in the comments below. But pretty much what this will do is it'll try and grab the root password and print it and start a terminal in guess if it's able to find it. Yeah, I'll just show you really quick. Let's go ahead and clear this. And we run that on port 0. It prints everything, and then if the attack fails for my router or my shell attack, whatever, this is what will pop up. I don't know how to change that. And if it does work, I'll show you. I have a good example IP here. It'll print everything, scan. Oh, maybe that was the wrong one. Maybe it was this one. Maybe. Okay. Did you fail? What happened? Okay, there we go. Now we're in guests. So it'll attack the router or the port that you put in and get you guest access. And it's supposed to print the root password, but it didn't. I think this one had an SMTP on it. So if it didn't work, prints off this information here. I don't know why, but it doesn't actually, probably because you don't have privileges, but it grabs the home information. So you got some usernames there, so you can social engineer yourself into some machines if you need to. This tool is nice for doing these missions and stuff like that. It's not really a tool, it's more of a scanner more than anything. But yeah, so that's that. So that was fun to write and put in. Is making this little art piece here too was fun. It's supposed to be a dog, but it kind of looks like a fish. So as we just named the fish, so why not? Um, yeah. So if you want to build the same tool I did, just hop on over to GrayScript. They'll have what you need there. I might make this video into me poking around around it. So I could just rebuild it really quick. I would just probably copy and paste over from GrayScript and then modify that script from there. Yeah, let's see if we can rebuild this. Why not? No. Okay. Quit and open up the code editor. I close the other one. I think I did. I needed that open so that I can steal this. Oh wait, this. Copy. Now I close it. Paste. Okay. Now we got that. Now what we need is whois parameters and code. So we're going to type in code whois. That'll pull this up. And this will be the base of our script for now. So this is just going to be a Okay. Do we want to copy all of this? Yes, we do. We want different parameters. If we want to put the shell in there, so we'll change this to 2. So it takes 2 parameters instead of 1. Okay. So that should work. So that's our Whois map. We can add a print right here for a title. So Whois, I think I named it info. Close that off, and that'll print that. And then that'll end there. So I want this to be a different color. So in order to do that, what you need to do is, forgot the name of that sign, but that sign, color equals, go ahead and just pick a color. And then you go where you want. Let's make the main on this. Close it, didn't I? I did. Color picker. Let's make you green. Just say about that. Okay, and then we can go ahead and paste that hash there and close that off. That should print this as the color green. So let's go ahead and 29. That's what I thought. Okay, so we'll keep you at 1 for now. Oh. What? That should be right. That's interesting. Okay. Line 30. That's weird. Oh. I know what I did different. I did something else. What did I do? It's not that one. File Explorer. No. That should be right. Oh, wait, look at that. Okay. So you're supposed to be there, I think. No. Okay, so let's rewrite this, I guess. So address. Okay. Interesting. Address equals param 0. then we will print address plus who is property. Okay. Dot who is address. It's really weird. Why is that not working? Okay. I don't know what I did wrong, but guess we can try and build off the who is. Wait. No, it wasn't on this one. It was on this one. Okay. So now we got that. I'm gonna grab this again because I still like that. Copy. Paste. Now let's see if you'll play. You will. Okay, we're gonna save this as my program. Or I don't know. We'll call it RMap. And let's go ahead and try and run that. No. There we go. No. Oh, I'm still in the other system. Huh. Oops. And now we'll run RMap with the IP. Here we go. Okay, that time I printed. So let's go ahead and print that libinfo line that we wanted to print. Print, not lib, who is info. And add color, because we want color. Color makes everything more beautiful. Color equals grab this again and paste that in there and close that off. Oh, I see what happens. Okay, gotta close that off. Okay. Now let's go ahead and run RMap again. There we go. Who is info is now in green. I don't know how to change this though, if I'm being completely honest. So from here we can hop over to create script. Save myself some time. I'm not going to type everything out. I'm just going to copy and paste the code from Greyhack or grayscript.org and edit it from there. So what else do we want to put in the script after who is? First I want a space in between. So I'm going to put print there to make a nice little space in between the who is and the next part, if you want it. So after that, we can paste or not paste, copy the, what is the ESID and the BSID? Yeah, let's do ESID and BSID really quick. And this will set our parameters for the router, I think. That's what it's called. We'll set the parameters for the router here with 0. And that'll get that information. Do we want a space in between there or no? Do we just want to print it with the who is? Let's see. Let's go ahead and play you. Save and run you one more time. Error 0 not found in lab. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Params. Params 0. What's that? So, okay. Now we should be able to run it. There we go. And the BSID popped up right there. Awesome. Okay, now we want the ESID. Do we want the ESID before or after the BSID? So from here, we only need to print or paste. Yeah, let's put it after the BSID. So we don't need to paste the router get router anymore because that's already in there. This is all going to be one long command, basically, I think. So here's the ESID and the BSID. Now what? Now what do we want to put in there? Okay, so we got the ESID and the BSID. Let's make sure that runs first. Gotta compile it first. Okay, now let's run it. And there we go, printed BSID and the ESID there. So that's good. But do we want a space in between? Or no? Let's just leave it the way it is for now. So let's see here. Okay, so after that, I want to print more information. So what are we gonna dump next? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should do it SMTP user list. So let's go ahead and grab that from query script. We'll change this part right here to params 0, ports 25. So if there's a port 25, it'll do an SMTP dump. Hopefully. So there's that. I don't think this port has an SMTP on it, but we'll see. It does not. Or did it just not run it? Oh, did I compile it? I don't think I compiled it in the first place. Hey, look at that. Okay, it did it, but it didn't grab the emails, which is fine. We still got some usernames. Maybe I can figure that bug out here in a minute. Um, so print. Print SM. It's TP or PT? TP. Okay. SMTP dump. Is what we'll call it, I guess. And I'll add some color to that, maybe. Yeah, let's add some color to it. Paste that in there. Now that should work. Let's see. Yep, okay. Which is perfect. So we did that. Now we want port info. Suppose we could print the local IP and the public IP. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Maybe port info. I already looked at that. Use ports. Okay. Port info returns a string of information about provided ports. Okay, so that will print live information, I think. Port info. There it is, device ports. I think that's the one we want. So I'm gonna copy over device ports. And put a print here. And paste that there. So we just pasted this part right here. And now what we need to do is set some parameters again. So let's see here. I think it's just right here. I think we do params again. Params 0. I think that's correct. Let's see here. Yep. Okay. So what that did is that pulled up the IP and the ports in which are associated with that IP. Which I think is nice and useful, that's for sure. But what we don't have is a way to. This is hard to see. everything, if you ask me. So we're going to add some color again to this. So let's do this. Okay. Print IP contains the following ports. So if you want to add a string to this, you can. So let's do I don't know. Oh, well, this IP contains the following ports. No, let's not do that. Let's just do yay. Again. Yay plus IP port. And we'll add some color in here. Color equals, so this is contains open ports, so let's just do green again. Close that off. This is contains no open ports, so let's do red on that. Oh wait, no, wrong one. We're copying this. Oops. What? Copy. Okay, and then we're going to paste that over here. And this one is going to be red. So we'll copy that. Did I copy the? I don't think I did. There it goes. Okay. Color. Oh, forgot the color equals that. Oop, has no open ports. I will put probably shouldn't write that. See here. Well then. IP. Oops. Yeah, that should work. Then plus IP. Okay. Oh wait, I need to put some color on that. Copy that and paste that there. Oops. Paste it there. There we go. And then let's go ahead and run this again and see what we got. There we go. So we need a space in between the A's and a space after then. Okay. So space, space. There we go. Now we can play you, save, place, and we can add another color to that. So let's do that. Let's make the indents orange. Maybe. Orange or green? Let's just do orange. Why not? I already picked it. Color equals color. Boom. Okay. Play. Save. Place. And run. There we go. There's our information. Oh, well then. It actually, what? It actually printed the port number orange. That's interesting. Why did I do it there but not anywhere else? Weird. So would that work up there? Um, okay, that's weird. I didn't have that happen with my last code. I was trying forever to figure out how to do that. And then for some reason it just did. Um, that's interesting. No idea here. Okay, so we got our port information. Um, now what? Um, we should print the LAN IP and the public IP. I think it's this one, device LAN IP. We're gonna put this probably up here with the ESID and the BSID. Or after. Let's see here. Let's do before. Or after. Let's do after. So I'll paste that there. We don't really need that. Nope. Print IP found. Oh, that's just going to print the LAN IPs. Oh, okay. So local IP. Um, let's get rid of you. Come over here and put IP or LAN IP. LAN IP found. Boom plus IP. Okay. And I again want to add some color to that. So we're going to do green again. So just go ahead and grab this from this code. Nope, I just want that. Okay, it was script. Okay, and then we're going to throw that here and here. Okay, and let's see what prints now. Oh, weird. Okay, it's printing everything green now. And orange, so why did it not print? That's a different color. Should I put it here? You think that would work? Color equals. Oh, wait. Will that work? Nope. Okay, so who is information still just going to be blue? That's super weird. I mean, I like it though. It's just really weird if that happens. Never had that happen with the other scripts that I messed around with. Like this one. These colors don't do anything. But yeah. Um, so now we have local LAN IPs, ports, VSID, the ESID, and the who is information. SMTP dump. And now we want library information. I think it's this one. Port info. Yeah, port info. Okay. And where do we want that port information? Let's see here. Where do we want the port information? Let's just put it at the end here. We'll make this param 0 again. Pretty sure we don't need to put that there, but I'm paranoid. So that'll work. Should work. So let's play that. Okay, print. Lib info or lib blah equals info. Lib blah. Okay. And we'll add color in there again. Let's just do green again. Paste that there. Lib that plus info. Okay, let's go ahead and play this and see if that works. Oops, it's not going to work. Oh, file saved. Okay. So now it should work. Okay. Yay, printed the... So how do we change the color on this now? That is super weird. Why is it doing that now? I don't think it did it on my other one. My Sandat source. Hoping you can see it's RMAP, right? Yep, okay. Interesting. Oh, I wonder if I do this, close it off. Um, what would it be? This color? Plus info? Save. Yep, it's that plus color. Yay! Hey, we figured it out. Aha, that's awesome. Okay, so is that what happened up here with who is? No, it is not. Wait, there it is. Print who is plus address. So what if we do a color equals, or wait, do I still have that paste? Or I do. Okay. Um, plus who is address. Line 34. Oh, did I do something wrong here? No. Ah, why do I have to either? I don't think I need to give either. Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, look at that. It printed that a different color. Okay, how do I get to the prints? The rest of the colors then. That's where if this doesn't work, it just prints that. Okay. Um, so okay, so we got pretty much everything we want here. Next thing we want is kernel router version, which we'll copy over from GrayScript again. Um, Paste that there. Throw down our parameters again. Param 0. Make sure we close that off. Add some color to this. Delete that because we don't need that. And we'll add this over here. Then we'll do color over here to cut that off so that it doesn't go over to the version. Let's try that really quick. There we go. Perfect. Even though it's different than the rest of it, that works. Okay. Is there anything else we need, really? I don't think so. Um, I don't think we need anything else. Let me look through this again really quick. See if there's anything else we want. I don't think there is. I'm gonna change the LAN IP though. Check something out really quick. Print. Color plus crypto user. Let's try that. I'm curious now. Hey, printed everything green. Look at that. Okay. So that means I'm going to change that color to orangish. Wait, I already have orange in here, don't I? I do. Okay. So what are we looking for? Open ports. Right here. That's what I'm looking for. Copy. Where was it? SMTP. Dump. There it is. Okay. Oops. I think that's the right color. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Now it's a nice color. That's cool. So I figured that out today. That's awesome. Um, the code's starting to make sense to me now. A little bit. Um, Color plus local IP. So we want to cut that off too. The color off. And I want to cut the color off here as well, I believe. Oops. Yep, there we go. Maybe we should change those to orange. What do you think? Which one was orange? This one. Copy. I wonder if we can color after equals that. See what happens. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. We're okay. Um, so I'm gonna get rid of that. So we don't need that there. Should we put it there? Ah, we don't need that there, since it's not doing anything. Yeah. So what does used ports do? I'm curious now. Let's go ahead and paste that at the bottom here. Figure out what that does. I'm going to put a couple of these in here in a minute. Port 21 and 22 is available. So we would want that. I think we do. Yeah, let's try and leave that in there. See what happens. Color, we're going to make you. Let's make you something else so you stick out amongst the other colors. What color should we do? Purple. Let's do purple. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Color equals that. Port number. Color close. We'll put it there again. Color equals that is available. Okay, and let's play that and see what happens. See if it's all nice and pretty. It's nice and pretty. Ooh, that's a nice purple. I like that. All right, so I don't really think we need that particularly, but it's fun to put that in there anyways. I think that's all we can really fit inside the scanner. All that we really need. Maybe except for the firewall rules, maybe we could throw those in there. So where should we throw the firewall? Probably after the kernel router. Yeah, let's do it after the kernel router. Print router get router param 0 paramos. There we go. Make sure your flow's off. Now I'm going to put purple there. To make that stick out. And we'll cut the color off there as well. And I don't think this address has any firewalls on it, but let's see what happens. There we go. Firewall rules equals nothing. If firewall rules null, then print. No, wait, then exit. No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I was going to see if I can make it print null at the bottom there. But I can't think of a way to do that at the moment. My brain's a little dead. So we added some color. We added our parameters. I added my arts in here, which was still, again, fun to make. There we go. Save that. See what happens. Yeah, so there's that. So we just built a little scanner. That kind of works. Oh, well, not kind of, but it does work. It's not exactly the cleanest code in the world either. But it works. Yeah. Hope this video helped somebody. Let's see here. Is there anything else we can do? I don't think there is. I mean, I'm sure there's much more we can do with it, but I don't think there's anything else I want to do with it at the moment. I think that should be good. Yeah. And IP. Oops, there we go. I'll see if that works. Nope, that did not work. So what if I do that? Hey, there we go. That time I did it. Nice. Figuring it out, figuring it out. Yeah. Maybe we should switch those colors around so that it's purple here and green here. Wait, did I already figure that out? No. Interesting. Okay. Well, figuring it out. Um, Interesting. Then so I'm going to change you out really quick to purple. Let's see if that works. See what happens there. It worked, but it did something else. Not what we wanted. So let's go ahead and undo that. There we go. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, as it kind of was for me. I certainly figured some stuff out this time. But yeah, that was fun figuring that out. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.